I'm live. Share. Don't have to be. Come on, newbies. I don't know if I can post this on the Discord channel. Okay, well, I'm 4 minutes in. I said I was going to go live. I'll give you 3 more minutes. See who's online. WWE's on. Tamara's on. 8 new players online at the moment. reset the account. Right, hello and welcome. I don't know if there's anyone else in here watching, but I'm going to start anyway. So I can't reset this account, so I'm making it. We're ignoring my past strains, we're ignoring my genetics level, we're ignoring the breeding XP, and we're ignoring the balance. So you set up your account and you want to start breeding, you want to start hatching. The best way is to start with some red-eyed tree frogs. So I'm going to go to my shop and I'm going to buy 5 red-eyed tree frogs, adult hypo females. Right. So we're going to display the red-eyed tree frogs. You can't see my wee scrolly thing, but it's there. So my red-eyed tree frogs here in front of me. I'm going to buy 5 adult females. I'm going to go back to that and I'm going to buy 1 normal male. And he's also going to be an adult. So male, adult here, buy. And I'm going to go to my reptiles. So you can see I have 6 red-eyed tree frogs. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to breeding. And I'm going to breed 3 of them to the normal male. Any 3 females. And my male. So I've selected 3 females to breed with my male. I'm going to confirm that pairing down here. And successfully paired. So I'm going to go to my incubator. And you can see I have more than 3 clutches, but that's from the other two as well. But you can see I've got down here 1, 2, 3, 4 clutches. And I've got 1 coming in the next turn. That is because there's still some on this account. So I'm going to go and buy an enclosure. And I'm going to buy, because we know that the red-eyed tree frogs can be housed together, I'm going to buy a triple X giant vivarium with a reptile space of 45. So I'll buy that. I'm just going to shut my door over. Hold on. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I don't know if I brought that, so I'll buy another one anyway. Doesn't bother me right now. Right, then we're going to go up to our rooms. Now you can see down here it says unassigned enclosures. I'm going to take one of those enclosures and set it up for these red-eyed tree frogs. Now, if you notice, I haven't sent or assigned that enclosure to a room. One little game hack is enclosures do not need to be assigned to rooms. You can use unassigned enclosures to house your reptiles. So I need to know what my habitat for my red-eyed tree frogs are. So I'm just going to quickly bring up their spec page. So I'll click on my boy here. Now you can see his name, he's unnamed, his ID, his gender, his species, and how many loci he has. If I click on red-eyed tree frog, it brings up their species profile. So you can see red-eyed tree frogs, scientific name, don't ask me to say that. So they can be housed together, so it says they're in cohabiting. Their minimum breeding length, what habitat they like. So they like jungle canopy. The breeding, so you get 2 XP per baby. The average sale price. Their gestation time. Their hatch time. Potential age. And then you've got their life stages, when they're a juvenile, when they're an adolescent, when they're an adult, when they're a senior. Their space requirements at each stage. Their feeding costs at each stage. And their minimum breeding ages. So males 1 year 6 months, females 2 years. And then available morphs: albino, black, hypo, and normal. And you can see people who have liked this species. And if there's any comments down the bottom. So saying, you know, people really want new morphs for them, and easy XP, easy money, fast. But so what I really wanted was to know what habitat they wanted for that enclosure. So we're going to go back over to the tab where we had the enclosure up. And we're going to change the habitat. So here we can see the different habitats. We've got basic setup, jungle canopy, jungle floor, woodland, savanna, desert, marshland, Easter meadow, aquatic, lair, and den. But we want jungle canopy. So we're going to use that selected habitat. And then we're going to add the reptiles we just bought. So our frogs. Then we're going to go into our reptiles, so your reptiles tab. And we're going to check all. And the first thing I'm going to do before I move them to a tab is do their muscle tone. Do their skin condition. And feed them. I'm going to get rid of the past stream ones, so I'll just do that in a second. But first I'm going to take these 6 and I'm going to move them to a tab I've created called Red-Eyed Frogs. So up here, I'm going to click on that and go Red-Eyed Frogs and send them there. Now, having these here is a good thing at the moment. Say you have more frogs than you need, or it doesn't have to be frogs. You can check all and sell selected reptiles. Now, if I tell it to do that, it's going to send them to the pet shop and they're going to give me money for them. So I'm going to sell off those ones. Some are too young to sell, which if they're not over a month old, so you've got to turn at least once before you can pet shop them. If they are gravid, you can't send them to the pet shop either. So I'll just go to here and feed these guys so I can get rid of them next turn. Right, so I've fed, I've cleaned. Actually, I haven't cleaned enclosures. Oh yeah, I have. But you can up here, go over just above where the chat box is. You can select all, and then you've got mass action. You can clean enclosures, remove enclosures, or sell enclosures. We're going to clean enclosures. But it's telling me that I'm already to. Alright, so we're going to take a turn. It tells me the total upkeep of my reptiles. Now, when turn complete comes up, it says 9 of your reptiles of age, 3 grow in length. You've been charged 27 for your reptile upkeep. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my incubator. I'm just going to discard this clutch because it's not conducive to what I'm trying to explain. So you'll see here in my incubator, it says I've got 1 turn until my red-eyed tree frogs hatch. And that's great, because what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to go back to the reptile shop. And I'm going to buy another 3 adult female hypos. So that's replacing the 3 that I brought the first time. Bred the first time. So 3 adults. I'm going to buy them. Now I'm going to go to my breeding. I'm going to go to my females. And I'm going to select 3 to breed. And then we're going to go get that male, and we're going to breed them to him as well. And then we're going to go to our rooms and our enclosure that we've put our red-eyed tree frogs in. And we're going to add those 3 females that we just brought. And I'm going to click clean enclosure. Now sometimes you'll get a wee cockroach or something appear on the screen. I didn't get it. And that will give you random prizes, like it might be reptiles, it could be turns, reputation. So I've cleaned my enclosures. I'm now going to go to my reptiles. I'll just get rid of these ones. So now I have with 3 frogs in here that I've just brought. I'm going to check all of them. I'm going to send them to my tab that says red-eyed frogs. And I'm going to go down to my red-eyed frogs tab. Going to check all. And I'm going to do muscle tone. Then I'm going to clip bathe them. Then I'm going to feed them. And force feed. So now they're all fed. So they're clean, fed, ready to go. I can take a turn again. So I'm going to take my turn. It's telling me how much it's going to cost again. Right, now if I go to my incubator, I have some clutches ready. My last lot didn't take. Bummer. That happens. So we're going to hatch the clutches. So I want to keep 1 male, 2 females from this first clutch. Now, I'm not going to do what I recommend, but I recommend you keep your 2 highest females and your highest male. I'm just keeping 3. My next clutch, I'm going to keep 3 females. Just discard that one because that's from a previous session. Ah, I've just noticed I've gained a genetics level. So now that would be 2 for a new player, which means you can now breed hypo to hypo. But we'll sort that one out in a minute. The second clutch, I'm just going to keep 3 females. And I'd recommend you keep your 3 highest females. This one, there was only 3 females in it, so that's helpful. And my last clutch, I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to keep 3 females. And again, the 3 highest females, I just pretend they're my 3 highest. And then I'm going to go to my enclosures. And I'm going to add those 9 to my room, sorry. I'm going to go to that enclosure that I've got them in. I'm going to add them to it. And then I'll clean the enclosure. Give it a second, see if I get a wee cockroach or anything. No. Just quickly clean the other enclosures. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go back to my market at Reptile Shop. I'm going to buy my 3 adult female hypos. Come on, display. Female adults, 3. I'm going to buy them. And this time I'm actually going to buy 2 adult males. But this time they're going to be hypos. And then I'm going to go into my breeding. Oh, I didn't confirm the pairing last time. So I'm going to remove that male. I'm going to put a hypo male on. So I've selected 3 females. I'm going to add a hypo male this time. And we're going to confirm that pairing. So see, pair failed. So one of the females didn't take. So let's go and have a look at the incubator and see how many didn't take, whether it was all 3, just 1 or 2. So it was only 1 that didn't take. And that is why I say to have those backup 2 females at all times. So I can add a male and I can add a female. And now I can confirm that pairing. And that one took. So let's go and add those red-eyed tree frogs to our enclosure. And it's already clean, so we don't have to worry about that. Now we'll go to our reptiles. And we're going to, in our unassigned tab, we're going to take those frogs. So the ones we've brought and the ones we've kept. And I'm going to send them to red-eyed frogs. Then I'll go through and continue to do my clean, all my mussel, bathe, feed. And I'm going to take a turn. And it will tell me if I haven't done something. Right. Now if I go to my incubator, do I have clutches coming? I don't think I do, but I always check. Alright, so they're already in one turn. So I'll go and do my breeding. You would actually be buying your females first, but that's fine. And we're going to add a male in. We'll add this male. And we're going to confirm the pairing again. Make sure we actually confirm it this time. And then we're going to go and buy 4 females, because we're replacing the 3 we've bred and the 1 extra one that we had to breed to give us the 3 clutches per turn. So we've got those females now. So we're going to go put them in our enclosure. Just going to see who's online. So you can see who's online by up here. It says players online 44. If you click on the 44, it will tell you who's online. And you can scroll down and see which players are online. And who's not. Right, we'll add those frogs into this enclosure. We'll clean the enclosure. No, no big cricket. Go to our reptiles. Do the same, move them from unassigned to my red-eye frogs. You can just leave them unassigned if you want. That is your choice. And then we'll go and do the whole repeat of muscle, skin, feed. Yes, we're going to feed them. And then we're going to take another turn. And that is really all you keep doing, is keep repeating. When you get to genetics XP level 6, so over here where it says genetic XP, then you can breed all 3 morphs. So if I go to the incubator and I hatch these clutches, so now you can, oh, we're one that didn't take last time, that's fine. But you can see we've got hypo, hypo, hypo to hypo for all 3 of these. So if I hatch this first clutch, you can see I've gained 231 genetic XP, gained 50.6 breeding, and up here it'll say, congratulations, you've reached your next level when you get there. And it says you gained 1 reputation, 1 reserve turn. So again, I'm going to keep 1 male and my 3 females. Again, your highest quality, 2 females, 1 male. So, woohoo, I've reached genetics level 6. I've hatched all my clutches. I want to go for all 3 morphs. Now, there's 2 ways of doing it. You can go to the reptile market. Make sure you select reptile market new. And I can wait for it to load because it takes a little bit. And this whole time I'm also keeping an eye on my reptoes balance up the top here. So you'll know once the market has loaded when the chat box pops back up. There we go. So I'm going to go to select species. Oh, no, it hasn't quite loaded yet. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go to red-eye tree frogs. And I'm going to perform the search. And this has any red-eyed tree frogs that are for sale. Now, I'm looking for ones that have all three loci. So here we've got one that's het black, het hypo, and albino. I'm just trying to see if there's an adult. One that's so normally you'd be looking for an adult to pair with. But I can't. So, but I will buy, say, this male. Yeah. So then he'll be ready to breed with in a few turns time. So the other way is I can look on the stud market. So just wait for the market to have its little moment. The chat box has popped up, so we're waiting for all the tabs up the top to pop up. There we go. It's telling me my purchase was successful. So then I'm going to go down to stud market. And click on that. Now I can add a stud, which I will do, but I'm going to look for red-eyed tree frogs. So where my select species is, I'm going to scroll down to red-eyed tree frogs, and then I'm going to filter species. And sadly, there's none up. Now, a good way to make money is to add studs. Someone might be looking for a red-eyed tree frog stud for fresh blood. So we're going to add these three for 100 reptiles each. And there we go. We now have studs on the market. So that, 500, because that's the lowest you can go. So now I have the 3 studs up on the market. And I'll just keep repeating that until I'm keep going. And you can add other reptiles. So if you want to breed bull python or broa pythons or any other species, same thing. But I'd always keep doing your frogs every turn until in your breeding you'll see how long it takes for the females to be able to be rebred. So you can see ready and can breed again in 11 turns, 10 turns, 9 turns, 8 turns. So Next one will be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you get to the 1, you should have 3 females constantly coming through every turn. And if you have those 3 females coming through every turn, you've got at least 3 clutches coming every turn, not counting what you've got coming with whatever other species you're breeding. So you've got constant genetic XP and you've got constant money coming in. And once your first clutches get to 2 years old, then you can stop buying females. We can stop buying females once you've got the 3 coming through. But then you've also got your newborns that you've hatched yourself coming up, and then they can be bred. So you can breed all them each term, which means then you're not just getting the 3 initial females. If you're keeping 8 females each turn, 1 male, you're then breeding 11 females every turn. And that will bring your genetics level up quite quickly and your money real fast. And I'm going to leave it there and sign off.